and then I kick the intro off just to make sure that everyone gets to see it if they're in.
Gotcha.
Ready to go?
Yeah.
You gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. Kick it off.
Mid-Geek rises.
I like the drums when they're faster. It's like
It's super fast. It's super fast. Hey, Boop, thanks for joining. Wait a minute. You got me to say that out loud. Well done. Thanks for joining.
I heart Bob.
Oh, for the mixer, which is very exciting.
Welcome, Mixer fans. How you doing? How you doing? This
Yeah.
this is the third time it's been on Mixer, but we don't really get any people watching. So hey, what's going
Very
on?
exciting.
I heart boob. Episode 52, guys.
What is the name of our episode? Crisis on Infinite.
Crisis on Infinite Earths, man. It's
All
at
right.
52 worlds in the
Oh,
DC
that's
universe.
right. All
Sorry,
right,
that's
all
me.
right.
That's my own little.
That's your DC
little gap.
garbage.
My DC.
Your trash.
Yeah.
Your trash.
Yeah,
Should we just start with that? Should we just start talking about some stuff that no one cares about? 'Cause-
Yeah, I mean, nothing big happened today at all. I don't even know. Nothing big has happened. I mean, did you pull up the geek news for this week?
I
mean,
did. You
there's
know what?
nothing, right? It's dead. No one's talking about anything.
No.
Absolutely
I
nothing.
can tell you what Polygon's talking about. The goddamn website today was a misery.
What were they talking about, Peter?
Disney Plus all day long. Every article was Disney Plus.
Happy Disney launch day, folks! Woo! Disney Plus launch day! Woo! I think this is the most hyped service I've ever seen launch. I have everyone and their mother is talking about it. I've got parents and just whatever. I mean, it was just like, we're gonna launch. We're gonna go to Cautious Vision here.
Just
Boom.
look at this freaking homepage. Look at this. This is the landing page for Polygon. Disney Plus.
So there's
Disney
only one
Plus.
story on there that isn't Disney Plus, and it's the middle one. It's the why Kentucky Route Zero is the most important game of the day.
Are they getting paid by Disney? This is ridiculous.
Well, I mean, look, let's be honest. It's a culmination of a lot, right? So we've talked about how Disney bought everything, right?
Yeah, I know. It's everything.
So now they can talk about the Simpsons. They can talk about the movies that they've added. They talk about the animated, the Pixar, the Marvel, all of it. Disney Plus, boom, it's all there. So
there's even an article, and I think it's something. It's like something to the effect of like, what movies are still held hostage on Netflix? Like as if like. They're still free Disney movies that some other network is.
Like, how dare you? How dare they
not have it on our?
So the way that they're doing some things is, for example, like for the one person who hasn't seen Endgame, Endgame, the version that's on Disney Plus has an extra scene in it. So there's an important scene that Disney withheld, so they make you rewatch the entire movie all over again.
Is it all that important?
So the spoilers, I mean, really, it's a scene with Tony going into the future to see his daughter, older. So his daughter is actually played by an older actress that was completely cut.
Oh, that's great. Rolls made the choice. Look at that. Rolls made the choice and went over to Disney Plus.
I made a decision today, canceling Netflix at the end of the month, switching over to HBO Now, and man, that's a bold move, man. Like if there was anything...
dude, that's Watchmen. That's the new Game of Thrones series. That's whatever. I guess that's like
Rolls,
Ballers. Does HBO still have Ballers? That was a fun show.
Yeah. But what I want to know is, we'll talk about Mandalorian in a minute. Do I want to know if you have HBO Now, which I have free through my internet provider? They just gave me a HBO account. I'm sure I'm paying for it in some way, shape, or form. But whatever. I have a login. I haven't used it because I don't really watch HBO much, but. Do you know if HBO Now includes HBO Max, the new one that's coming out that has all the... So HBO Max is their new channel that's going to have like the Boondocks. It's going to have the new Adventure Time movie that's coming out. Wow. There's a bunch of stuff that they've gone out and gotten exclusive rights to. I mean, if you pull it up, I'll see if I can pull it up in the middle here. But HBO Max is weird because they got a bunch of things that you would have thought were like Nickelodeon or whatever. But no, they pulled it. And they're like HBO Max exclusive.
I mean, like, none of this matters to me anymore because I've essentially been growing this beard in so I can go 100% pirate in about 3 weeks. Like it's just dusting off all the servers I used to go, trying to remember how to get
This episode
stuff.
brought to you by IP Vanish VPN support.
Exactly.
Guys, make sure that if you are doing the pirate way, you turn on your VPN.
It's the very pirate network.
Yar. Seriously, I mean, I get it.
Boardwalk Empire. That's great. If you've never seen Boardwalk Empire, that's a great one.
No, there's tons of shows.
And Dark Materials, Watchmen, and eventually they'll have the new Game of Thrones. I mean, HBO is pretty cool. They also have Sesame Street. It's the first runs of Sesame Street now. So.
Yeah. It's weird to see that HBO was super premium cable, right? Like in my eyes, there was basic. There was like extra channels, like Basic Plus, and then HBO was the like you were paying an extra $10 a month on your cable bill for HBO.
So Legacy, I enjoyed Silicon Valley. I enjoyed it, but I felt like by like the third season, it just became like torture, like watching them just fail over and over and over again in the same exact ways. Like, I mean, I really thought it was funny, but it just became like mean. Like it was just like, how do these people fail one more time for you to laugh at them? I just couldn't do it anymore. Yeah, in my head, like they're still failing. They're still failing miserably. Self-sabotage was like, too much. HBO, Netflix, Amazon, Disney, all of a sudden we're all still paying. Yeah, we're still paying what we were for cable, and we're still paying for cable to get this. Like we've got to pay for the pipes, and now we're paying for all these individual services.
So again, this is
the Schadenfreude. Nice.
The life hack, folks. Please, and this is it's. I don't know how frowned upon it is, but if you've got family, you got a sibling, you've got a parent, you've got split the cost, guys. It's serious. Like
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You have more than one login. If I want Netflix, I get Netflix for free with my T-Mobile account, so I'm not paying for that. It's included because of the family plan that I'm in. So I have Netflix. Hulu I am paying for, but I do get my sister-in-law to throw a couple bucks at me a month to kind of offset the cost because we don't like commercials, so I pay the extra one. So that's why I didn't go with the HBO, ESPN, Hulu package. So there's one that's like $12 that gives you all three because the Hulu that's included with that includes the ads, and I didn't want that.
You know what buying TV now feels like? It feels like trying to figure out which one of the pre-packaged specials I should buy for Anthem. Like you have no idea what the hell you're getting and you're just giving the money. Like now I'm like, I don't know what shows I'm getting. I don't know. Yeah, who would ever do that? Yeah, Rose. I mean, like Joe's like, oh, here's a revolutionary idea.
It's not. I'm not saying it is, but like I see so many people complain about it. Oh, someone made up that chart that's like, if I bought Showtime and all of them together, it's $90 a month for all these stars. I'm like, it could be $30 a month if you just split it with a couple people and you get like all these different logins.
Yeah, except you need friends. That's like step one. You need friends. Joe, you're using your family, but you have no friends. Don't pretend that you do.
And
then B, you gotta have friends you trust. I love you, but I don't want to share a login with you because you're gonna share with other people because you're a generous guy. And then when I go to log in, it's like, sorry, you've got 10 people.
First off, Mr. Pedro Cautious, you would never pay for one. You would get one from me anyway. You would be the person I'd give it to.
I never asked anyone for a login.
But we give it to you because you act like the charity case. What? You haven't seen Endgame a year later? What? Here, buy the tickets. God damn it. Go. I paid for the sitter. I paid for everything. Go.
That's because you can't deal with it. That's you. That's not
true.
me.
I can't deal with it. You
know how many times I've seen Endgame?
Once.
You know how many times I've seen The Last Jedi? Twice. Right? Like I just You know how many times I've seen Dune? It's infinite. It's so many times.
It is one of those movies that gets put on in the background all the time.
I just bought the board game and I'm like, I have to watch the movie. I have to wear the shirt. I've got to enjoy everything.
Paul sniffing his fingers just in the background.
Yes.
The spice must flow.
The spice must flow.
Yeah, Disney Plus, man.
Disney Plus. Everyone loves it. Everyone's super excited.
So this was a conversation I had with a few friends today. What's the equivalent of Netflix and chill with Disney?
What do you mean?
So we've got Hulu and Hump. Is
that really what people say?
Hulu and Hump, Netflix and chill. What's the Disney Plus edition? What's the Disney Plus and what?
I mean, it's like Disney plus sex, right? Isn't that Disney?
That's so crass. Like there's got to be.
I don't. I mean, the other one I was thinking of starts with D as well, but
there we go.
HBO without the B.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's good. That's
Disney
good,
and
though.
dance. That's so Disney of you. That
really is.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter because if I'm putting on Star Wars or The Mandalorian, that lady better not interrupt my show. Like I don't. Like I'm just saying. Like, babe, please.
It's
Bubba
Star
Fett's
Wars.
on. Come on.
So yeah, let's talk a little bit about the stuff on it. Like there's all sorts of exclusivities on it.
That's dirty.
You're not going to put that up on there, but yes, maybe that might be the answer for those in Twitch can see that. So we've got a bunch of Disney Plus exclusive, a couple movies, a couple shows. The shows, of course, The Mandalorian seems to be their big push, the big one.
Mm-hmm.
So Disney is going counterculture, which is so silly of us. They're releasing an episode a week. They're not going to drop a whole series the Netflix way. They're going to draw it out.
Hey, Tim, thanks for joining. Friend of the show, Rolls, Jordan, Sakuri, please, all these folks, thanks for joining in. Always nice to have folks on.
Eddie, everybody, thank you.
Yeah, they also don't want someone like me subscribing for 1 month and then dropping them, right? That's really what they don't want. Because I might have done that with I might have signed up for a free month or a discounted month with the code and watch all the.
They give you 7 days. So, I mean, technically, if you wanted to, you could wait till tomorrow to sign up for the 7-day, and then by the time your last day hits, Mandalorian episode 2 would come out.
That's only 2 episodes.
Right. So I'm saying is you could probably wait a month or so for 4 or 5 episodes before. I don't even know how many episodes are in the season for whatever it is.
Yeah,
I watched the trailer right at the end about a week ago. So that way, I was like, ooh, and I watched it and it told me nothing.
I haven't watched anything. It's got Werner Herzog in it. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I haven't watched any of it.
It looks great. It looks.
You watched it, right?
I watched the first episode. My lunch break, I decided to get out of the office and I put it on my phone and had my lunch.
Welcome, Kendo. Thanks for joining.
What's going on?
I mean, Jordan, that's like legacy. That's a thing, right? Like people don't want to wait anymore. It's insane. First day, everyone's joining on. Polygon's got 35 articles. There's an article on there's like 25 movies you must watch. Now, there's only 24 hours in a day, right? Like what is this like immediate consumption?
Yeah.
Spoilers. Oh, spoilers. Spoilers don't matter unless you're I knew you were going to watch this sooner. Yeah, Joe somehow watches things like 10 hours before they come out, for the record. He's always on top of it.
So, Amazon, I think, spearheaded it with Grand Tour. That's right. The Grand Tour was good. I love the Grand Tour. For you guys not unfamiliar, it's the old Top Gear guys. They got a show on Amazon, and they started that. They started the whole 1 episode a week thing. I remember that, and I was like, wait, you mean they're not going to drop it all? But no, that was smart of them. It made people kind of wait, like TV used to be. We've reinvented TV by inventing TV all over again.
I wish Amazon would reinvent their interface because it is garbage.
I will say so if we rank the interfaces, Amazon is second to last. Last place is Hulu. I hate the Hulu interface with the passion.
Hulu's pretty.
I hate the fact that everything you select is full screen, like one thing at a time.
I'm laughing at Legacy. I think Legacy is calling us heartless and then the sick burn, or I don't know what's happening here, but
spoilers.
I don't care about spoilers.
So, I mean, right. So I already saw someone post the spoiler for the end of the Mandalorian first episode, like
I'm sure it went up like minutes.
Like a picture of it. I was like, I'm like, dude, he was like, but it's so amazing. I'm like, yeah, but like, wait, give it at least 24 hours, man. Like I get it's only $4.99. Like give it 24 hours before you post a picture of the final scene in the show. Like, come on.
But I mean, like everyone who cared would have watched it during their lunch hour. Joe. I'm sorry. Like how many people like you watched it the second it was available?
What's funny is there were articles
enough that they had spoilers already ready to go. Every image has already been poured over. People have already watched Star Wars and discovered that not Disney, but Lucasfilm updated the video that they're putting on Disney Plus. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, you're right. The Amazon interface. I mean, as much as I love Amazon Prime, they're mixed.
I would watch more of it's garbage. It's like going to a shitty video store.
And you can't depending on what interface you're using, it'll pull movies up, and you're like, "Oh, I want to watch a movie." Oh no, you got to pay for that one. Wait,
Yep.
what? Why? Just give me all of the Prime right up front. Give it to me in categories. Just copy Netflix and be
Not
done.
yet, Tim. No spoilers. But also, like you want to watch a season of something and you do a search, season 3 will show up. But season 1 you have to like scroll over to find. And you're like, what?
It's a separate entry. It's not even like,
even on their own shows. I'm like, all right, you want to do this to other people's shows, but like The Expanse, it's all out of order. It makes no sense what their season order is on your interface. It's so garbagey.
A good example is Tim.
No, I don't know. Rolls. Check out The Expanse. Excellent science fiction. If you get a chance to watch The Expanse on Amazon Prime.
Was it the High Cat? No, Man in the no. What's the
Man in High Castle's good, but by the second season they really start fetishizing Nazis, and it gets uncomfortable. Like you find yourself empathizing with a few of the Nazis, and you're like, wait.
Isn't that like the Joker?
Wait, yeah, but this was before. This is before it was cool.
Yeah. I mean,
High Castle's good. I enjoyed the first 2 seasons, but by the end, I was like, I don't want to be cheering for Nazi.
I mean,
Transparent was good. First season was good.
with what's his name now, but
definitely problematic. What else? They have a couple. I feel
they've
like
got a few of them. They've got a few shows.
I like Nico and the Sort of Light, but my daughter enjoyed that one. That was a fun
the boys.
Oh yeah, my brother really enjoyed The Boys. A little crass, but
I liked the Tick.
People like the Tick, and of course, as with all ticks we enjoy, they cancel it after the second season. We can't have nice things.
It was so good. Yeah. No. Amazon has got some gems. They don't advertise as much. They don't. They just kind of assume that people are going to watch it. You kind of stumble into those shows.
I don't think people subscribe to Prime for the TV access, right? People subscribe to Prime for the free shipping, and then they have Prime. Right. Yeah. There isn't really anyone who's like, I think this is going to be my TV service.
Right. My father-in-law thought that for a while with their music, like Amazon Music. He's like, oh, I get it for free or whatever. I got like a year of it for free. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't have anything on it though. Like
it's got 0 songs and it's garbage.
Yeah.
The Van Damme show shouldn't have been canceled. Tim, that's like the barrel scraping.
Yeah. Well, okay. So. And to be fair, the answer to that, the reason that's happening is because everyone is realizing that there's money in streaming, so they're pulling their licenses. You've got all these companies that have, like Fox Studios and CBS Studios, and I'm not talking about the channels, but Disney. Anything that they've produced or made, they own now. For example, The Office. The Office is NBC, and NBC is like, wait a minute, people are watching this show like nonstop on Netflix. Let's pull it. So they pulled it. They're going to pull it off Netflix, and it's going to their own proprietary service, Peacock.
Can I take 1 second to talk about Carnival Row?
Go for it.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Legacy. I think it was cowardly. Like it just did not. It provided all these tantalizing ideas and metaphors using the fairies, and it just did not. It was not brave enough to roll it out. It was not brave enough to make it powerful.
I didn't watch it. I've heard good things.
It's all right. It's just all right. It just doesn't. It
could have gone further.
It could have been more dangerous.
Do you feel like maybe season 2, or is there going to be season 2 for it, or is
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they got to bring back what's his name? Unless they do a story in the world, but not with the main character. The elf Legolas, right? Isn't that Legolas, or is that the guy? Yeah, they got to bring him back, and then the other woman, Cara Devaney from that other show. Yeah, Orlando Bloom, and then Cara from City of Valeria or City of 1,000 Planets, whatever the heck it's called.
Yeah. I know.
Your fourth element, the name of the movie, City of Valeria, whatever. I don't know. Valerian City of something.
Yeah.
But it was good. It just didn't. I always want my shows to be a little bit better.
Back to this is like, it's hit or miss of quality because everyone's producing their own stuff now. They're realizing that if Netflix didn't get on the ball before everyone and started producing their own content, they would have lost all their content by now because everyone's pulling their movies and pulling their shows. So now you log on to Netflix and 90% of it is their own content that they've licensed.
Or content they license. Yeah, they license a lot of content.
And you know what? I thought at one point in time that would anger me. Like I would be like, nah, I'm not into this Netflix stuff. But man, I have stumbled on some great stuff and some good stuff. And I've watched a lot of Netflix stuff. So now Netflix is just TV for me. Like I turn on Netflix and I'm like, ooh, a good example is I'm a big fan of like not the, you know, first off, documentary culture has gotten big on Netflix. Like who doesn't watch documentaries on it? But they've got like the nightly shows on there, like
Spot on, Legacy. They were ahead of the curve, way ahead of the curve.
Yeah,
so far ahead of the curve that I think they made their own troubles come faster.
They did.
They would have.
They did. They started dumping money. They started dumping Hollywood money into these shows, and people were like, "Oh, what?" And so everyone had to like.
But all of the improvements they made in their interface that made people binge is what got folks to realize they needed to start their own services, right? Like us binging Parks and Recreation, us binging The Office, us binging all those shows made other services realize, hey, wait a minute, we need to get in on this. I mean, they were ahead of the HBO curve of like original programming.
Blockbuster did have a streaming service right as they were dying. They tried it and it failed miserably. So,
I mean, there was a lot of late fees, right? Oh no, I'm kidding.
Too soon.
Too soon.
It's always too soon with them.
I'm sure if I went looking, there's a Blockbuster card somewhere in one of these.
It's in an old wallet. It's in an old Velcro wallet somewhere.
You know what? It's so I have a family movie night on Fridays here, and we take turns. The kiddo gets to pick one Friday, and then we get to pick the next Friday. And invariably, when the adults get to pick, the kiddo is unhappy and starts screaming and yelling. And every time it happens, that Friday, I'm always like, man, this is exactly what trips to the Blockbuster was like, except I left the house for this, right? Like, it totally was, mommy, I want to watch this one. And it's a video. My mom's like, not going to happen. Put it back. And we're just like, ah. Now it's the same thing with my daughter. No, I want to watch this. I'm like, I'm not watching The Incredibles again. Please.
Yeah, no. Them late fees. Yeah, late fees, man. They I mean, that's what killed them. And then eventually they had no late fees. And then they pulled the late fees. They were like, oh, no more late fees. Then everyone just kept movies forever.
Which Netflix lets you do, right? Yeah. They were like, oh, pay us $15 a month and we don't give a crap when you return that DVD.
Yeah, you got that copy of The Core still sitting on your coffee table. You know, Seth Green making Hot Pockets.
It's in the red envelope. I was like, I don't care. They're never going to ask for this crap.
I said that movie because I kept a copy of The Core for about 1.5 years before I returned it. And it was
a year and a half?
Yeah, man, I was terrible. We
had the 3 DVD service, and we'd invariably like take out like one like Citizen Kane, like one like Academy movie that was going to make us smarter, and 2 trash films. And that smart movie just never got watched because we would just rotate out those 2 trash films much faster. And yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm talking about. They'll never know the drill.
Or pulling the movie and seeing that the one behind it was not the movie anymore. So like the fact that instant gratification, everything that you want to watch, you just go, let's watch it. Now,
this is coming from the guy who watched The Mandalorian at lunch.
I'm just saying. I appreciate it.
On your phone.
I'm appreciating the good things. I'm just saying, like, I know I trekked through the mud of going to the new release section and not getting that copy, or putting yourself on the wait list. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes, I do.
You're like,
where they call you up?
You call me?
Hey,
or we've got a copy of.
This is Blockbuster, and we've got your copy of Die Hard with a Vengeance. Come on in and pick it up.
I wanted to let you know that your copy of Darkman is here. Like, could you come and get it?
We're not going to let you take it out until you pay for those rewind fees.
Oh, though. Right. They'd hold you hostage. They're like, you go up there with your movies, your popcorn. You've got your games, your popcorn. You bought like $20.
Your date's already like walking out to get the car.
And then they're like, I see here that you your copy of Point Break, you had it out. You have a $35 late fee on that. You're like, what? So then you have to put stuff back because you're like, I'm gonna put this back now. Your 2 movies and the popcorn.
No, I'm not knocking Die Hard with the Vengeance. That might be the last like movie I enjoyed taking out of Blockbuster, right? Like, there you go. Kept a copy of Mario Party 4 because they had a game section you could rent.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My copy of Smash Brothers was from Hollywood Video, and I rented it right before they shut down. And they shut down. I got to keep it, so it was. I still have the case for it. So
this is why they ran out of money, not because customers. Terrible. No, I'm sure I've got some old movies somewhere around. Who knows?
Oh no, yeah,
I don't. I got rid of all my old movies. So what am I talking about?
Yeah, man. So yeah, happy Disney Plus Day. I mean, what's
happy
funny
Disney Plus Day?
They've released a bunch of their older like live action movies. Like one of my favorites is Heavyweights. So Heavyweights is on there. That's fun. So It's if you don't know, it's the prequel to Dodgeball.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
Because Ben Stiller plays the same exact character. He plays that exact same like gym Nazi character in Heavyweights. He's just playing it as a camp counselor. So it's great.
So last question on Disney Plus. What's the movie on there with all the nostalgia? That's a good way to put it, Jordan. What's the nostalgia movie you want to start watching? What's on Disney Plus movies that you want to see that you're excited is in that catalog?
Well, Heavyweights is one of them for me because I'm
Heavyweights.
Like, yeah. But there's a ton of Disney movies. I mean, of course, they unlocked the vault and put out a bunch of the animated ones so that you don't have to pop in your DVDs or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The Star Wars movies are all in 4K Dolby Atmos, which is amazing. They've literally released a version of the movie that hasn't been released. Good article got put up that they made edits to the movie. They made edits to A New Hope. They changed.
Disney did not do that. Lucasfilm did.
Oh well, they did it before it got released, so cut hasn't been released anywhere else. So
no. I mean, Disney released the latest cut. Yes,
the latest cut. So they made some changes to the Han shot first thing to change the pacing a little bit. So, yeah, Tim was telling me that Smart Guy. Do you remember that show? It was a TGIF. It was an ABC show. Yeah. Anywho, it was a sitcom kids kind of a genius.
Sandlot's on there, which I truth be told is a fantastic movie. If you've never seen Sandlot, go see it. Flight of the Navigators on there. I remember watching the hell out of that as a kid. Yes. Trying to think of what else I just jumped out at me when I was looking at movies there. I'm gonna check my cheat sheet. Sorry. Oh, The Rocketeer. If you have not seen The Rocketeer,
that's a great one. Yeah. Oh my God.
Tron Legacy. Give that movie another chance, but watch it. Watch it as an adult, right? Watch it with the mind towards what they were trying to do.
Right, you said your favorite thing about that movie is right up to the end, and then they
not right up to the end, but again, it's a movie that clearly the writers wanted to do something interesting with it. And here's the take, right? Watch Tron Legacy and watch it. What's the guy's name? Flynn. Watch it with the idea that Flynn, the Jeff Bridges character, has sex in the virtual world, and all of these beings here are his children, like Zeus on Olympus. This is a Greek god's tragedy. Watching it with that in mind, and it's much better. But they won't say it out loud because it's a Disney film, and they can't do it on there. Recess is on there. See, I mean, this is a really powerful library that makes me sad. Is behind this shitty Disney paywall. Like it's that is brutal. Stop trying to make. You know what? I appreciate that.
I love you, Saren. Stop trying to make this Tron Legacy happen.
Saren, friend of the show, and our resident troll. She loves to do that to me. It's fantastic. Thanks for joining. So we're halfway through the show, and of course, we haven't touched on the thing we've been talking about all year. We've been waiting to talk about it all year, waiting for the improvements, all the good stuff. Joe's got to go fast.
Yes, folks. The Sonic trailer. Finally,
it's like 3 minutes long. Are trailers all that long? That is a long trailer.
It's a long trailer. You know what? I think it was vindication. It was this. What do we call this, man? Like, is this a win for the fans? Like,
I feel like it's a win for the fans, yes, but it might be a loss for culture when like studio buckles under fan pressure, right? Like I feel like the next thing that's going to happen is going to be it's going to be way worse after the PR start.
Man,
it's great. It looks stupid as hell, but also looks fantastic.
I mean, this trailer looks fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's good. Good face. Look at that face. The shoes are there. Look at those shoes.
Hey, look at that. I mean, let's just. I mean,
we're gonna have to mute that Saren person talking about the pre-revision Sonic was better. You're wrong. Objectively wrong.
Objectively wrong. Objectively wrong. I mean, look at that face. Like they were able to keep the fur aspect, but then yet at the same time, he still looks like the game character. Like
he does.
So
and I like to say, you know,
have you seen these conspiracy theories out there?
No, that this was like a cult classic moment.
Well, like, yeah, this was a moment where they had this, like the fact that they were able to pull this off and they had it already ready to go, but they released this terrible one to cause like drama. only to them release this later to make everyone go, yes.
No, nobody took the time to make a Nightmare Sonic just to sell a.
Yeah, we do. I do. This guy does. Pedro over here likes to wait a year before the movie. He'll watch it as a final.
I like to go see spite films. I like to go to the movies when Joe's like, "Why'd you go see that and not Endgame? Why'd you go see that?" Like, I'll go see Sonic in the theaters. He's gonna be, "Why would you see that instead of?"
We're
Yeah.
It's the official mascot of the show, man. How can we not? Like,
Thanks for joining. I'm gonna go with Kotor 70. That sounds about right. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you coming on.
Let's see if we can get this to run faster. StreamYard really does not like apparently a whole screen being.
Oh, really? Is that what it is?
Yeah. So it's
I mean, I'm hoping everyone's seen the Sonic trailer. It looks way better. The poor man's Chris Pratt is delivering the laughs against the
Chris
Sonic.
Pratt. Oh God, if you're not familiar with the episode where we kind of went through step by step that last trailer, I think I called that guy Chris Pratt. Was presently surprised at the concept of 52. I'm about to do an animated intro and offline screen for your stream. Well,
awesome. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, to the stream. Oh, he must be one of the followers of welcome to the stream. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, welcome to the stream is great.
Yeah, no, man, like it's a win. It's a win. I remember
Someone was getting fired. This is one hell of a marketing ploy. I mean, like, I never mistake like cleverness for incompetence, right? I think this was just people. No one would sit in a room and like, let's waste all this money to create something that's bad and people so that people will like our new one.
Yeah, man, like it I don't know. It's trending #1, by the way, on YouTube. This is,
of course, it is.
It went from like no one, like everyone panning it to everyone loving it. 9 million views in one day.
Wow.
Like, again, it's interesting to think like it was a terrible like thing, and then.
That looks good. Look at that ring. Looks good. I like that. I liked a lot about this. I think Sony would do that card. Come on. No one would consciously go into the ring.
It's so cute. They finally
planning to fail, dude. No one plans a failure hoping to turn it into a success. No one does that. No one thinks that way. I mean, name one true life example.
I don't know. I just can't. I mean, here's the infamous scene, right? Like that's the scene.
So much better. That's
the scene where we had
Yes, look at Jordan.
Oh, God.
Yet.
I mean, look, I want to believe that this is one of those scenarios.
Sony does. I can't think of one example. Tim, put it up. Put up an example. Put up a real example that's been proven that out of the executive group board, they did a bad move on purpose to create positive buzz for something they knew was going to be bad.
Yeah, that's a tough thing to think. I mean,
no, it's just, Sony's the most conservative company out there. They're not going to take risks like that.
Their movie side isn't. Their movie side. I mean, that's the company that released.
That's right. They let that Kim Jong-il movie get stolen so that there would be some press so they can sell it. Is that the theory? Is that the conspiracy theory now for it?
Is that them?
That was their movie, right? Sony was the one that got hacked and their movie got stolen. Wasn't that the Kim Jong-il?
Yeah. The one with Franco, James Franco,
I'm like that guy who does that movie in Pineapple Express. Yeah,
Spider-Man. Well, I mean, so are you talking about the fact that they let the whole kerfuffle with Disney and Spider-Man happen?
That's until the movie. Thank you, Tim. I knew you would get it. You're our resident movie guy.
Yeah, the interview.
Tim's the guy I would call if ever I was on a game show and I needed a movie expert to win $1 million. Tim would be the one I call. Like, I love you, Joe, but I feel like Tim is.
Tim is definitely better.
Tim's our movie expert. Yeah,
there's Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt's looking great in that movie.
It's looking good. Looks good there. Yep, look at that face.
Yeah,
are they gonna, because his height looks different? Has his height changed? A lot more Jim Carrey in this 3-minute trailer.
Jim Carrey's just chewing up scenery in this movie.
Kendo, I think you're spot on there, right? Like, I've worked on enough group projects that the bosses come in and be like, no, it has to be this way. And we're all sitting there being like, but why? Our way's so much better. And you're right. I think that's what's happened here.
I feel like what happened with Studio Higher Ups is one of the first design, even though the group worked on the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that might be it. So do you think it was a oh, what do they call that? It was like a Shanghai moment where like a group of like 3D artists were still making the version behind the scenes. Like they had this model ready to go, and then like
And they released like the crappy one that the studio wanted, but they kept working on
working. They had the because you have to think about the time frame. This trailer came out last year, a little bit after last year, and then like we made fun of it all through the beginning of the year. And then now here we are at the end of the year, and they've refilmed an entire. They had to replace and interact with an entirely new height and face, and it's uncanny to me that they were able to like do it. Like the amount of time to just do a whole.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you might be onto something there, or it turns out they can make the animation much faster if they're paid enough money to do it, right?
Yeah, no. I mean, you're right, Tim. Studios are known to drop trailers unfinished, but I mean,
make the human-like one. That's exactly. Yeah, I think that's what happened. It was definitely.
That's exactly what might have been it. Some executive was like, "No, he looks too Japanimation. He looks too Japanime. Is that what they anime?
It needs to look more like a 12-year-old. Wait, no, we can't. No, that's bad.
Where's the problematic button on this throw? Looks like that naked 12-year-old boy. Like, oh, yeah, no. Oh man. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Can I just say that OK Boomer might be the most dangerous thing Generation Z has ever given me? It's so dangerous.
I used it in a movie the other day.
It pops into my head when my boss is talking. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, right. Your boss is sitting there like jabbering. Just you're like
jabbering away about the garbage opinion of everything, and he's like, "I'm like, okay, Boomer.
Okay, great. Yeah. Oh right, flyer. Oh my God, guys, have you guys seen that? Have you seen the flyers?
Isn't that a nightmare? Isn't it the nightmare fuel guy? Isn't that what it is?
What was it? Gritty. Right.
Gritty.
Oh my God.
I can't think of it without Green Man. Charlie Day's Gritty is legit. Are you pulling him up for everybody? He photographs real well.
God. I mean, wouldn't you want to make your kid like go take a picture with Gritty? I'm just saying.
Just keep zooming in every 2 or 3 seconds.
Oh God! Oh yeah, that'll haunt your freaking dreams.
It's like Animal's meth head brother has shown up.
Oh man,
that's good stuff.
Yeah, no, that's Gritty is definitely yeah, man, like the Sonic,
and everyone loves him, right? Especially in Philly, where it's Philly. It's Philly. They're fans. Gritty is self-partnered.
Oh,
thanks.
Man.
Another great one.
Yeah, okay. So yes, we've got. I mean, have you seen? There's people, of course, on the internet went wild today with videos. There's videos online of like comparing scenes from the first trailer. So there definitely is some reshoots. Like the outfit that one of the characters is wearing on one of the scenes is different than it is on the new version. So there's some money thrown at this redesign.
Oh yeah, I mean, there definitely is money thrown at the redesign, and good job to them. Definitely good job to them, because it's creating some beautiful things on the internet right now. If you want to, have you seen this one? if you want to enjoy. Did I happen to mention that this is strip poker? Everyone's super excited about Cowboy Sonic. I'm just gonna throw this out there to enjoy. There's already some delicious fan art going out there, some spectacular memes.
Oh yeah.
People are just thrilled. Thank you to Kotaku for putting this together.
Did you zoom in on that one? This one, right? The one below it.
My first draft, what gets published? Where did it go?
Yeah.
Cowboy Sonic is where it's at. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that beautiful evil Sonic bastard. There's so much good stuff here.
I mean, that one right there. I mean, that look, like we went from that crazy looking thing on the left. Like, can you believe that someone thought that was what Sonic wanted to look like? Like,
look how smooth and different like the skin textures are. This is, and you know what? I didn't think the eyes were that big a deal, but now that I see the redesigned new eyes, it's way better.
Yeah,
way better.
Yeah. I don't know where they. Yeah. This is.
I can't wait to see it with my daughter now. Before I was like, but now I can't wait. She's big on Sonic. She loves it. She's great. Yep.
Oh yeah, of course they did. Yeah, the cartoon's great. You know, the whole chili dogs, and I'm
Kendo, don't look up Sonic if this is your first time on the internet. You're gonna find some things out there about Sonic.
For everyone out there, I'm gonna give you guys some homework. Type in Sonic and then your name. And you're gonna get some fun stuff. Or type in just your name and then the hedgehog.
Afterward. Dude, don't.
You're gonna get.
Don't listen to anything Joe tells you to do in relation to Sonic. It's gonna make you sad. No, he's like, nope, not gonna happen.
No,
it's blank. Yeah, it's like Cautious the Hedgehog is what you would put down.
Yeah, Joe the Hedgehog.
Why would you use your real name on the internet? I don't understand.
Not that Joe is. Oh, there we go. Angry Joe the Hedgehog. Joe. We're Billy Joel. Oh, from Green Day. Billy Joe the Hedgehog.
How far down do you have to scroll before it gets into Sexy Joe the Hedgehog? I'm just curious.
It's right there. The fourth one.
Yep.
The fourth picture. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And you're right, Legacy. It's like Sony didn't learn the lessons of 30 years ago, but I'll tell you what, I don't think anyone has learned the lessons of 30 years ago, right? Like, look at the news today. We are repeating all of the same errors or undoing all the things we learned 30 years ago. So when the future is a horrible hellscape, we'll at least have Sonic Part 2 to enjoy, right? We'll go to the movies and watch Sonic the Hedgehog.
The internet and Sonic doesn't go well. That's right. Oh, that's right. Speaking of Google, have y'all typed in the Boondocks on Google during the weekend?
No.
The Boondock character.
Super Mario Brothers, the film. My daughter's watching the Super Mario Brother cartoon.
It's been pulled, Eddie.
It's been pulled.
Boo. It won't pull up the way it did. So I will.
Go ahead, spoil it for us.
So this one right here has been pulled. This picture right here, Uncle Ruckus, was, if you Googled Boondocks, you got this picture of Kanye West.
Oh, really?
Where that picture of Kanye West wearing a MAGA hat was showing up as Uncle Ruckus in this particular lineup. So that looks like you see it was a top story.
Oh, that's a shame they fixed it.
They fixed it. But yeah, if you pulled it up, you were getting Boondocks characters, and then that's what would happen.
That is hilarious. That's the kind of internet thing I can get behind.
Yeah. Oh, so I know that's a good one. The Boondocks is going to be on HBO Max.
Yep.
So I know that for a fact. So yeah, I mean, man,
Snyder cut of Justice League, really?
Yeah, we all want it. I want it. I mean, I want it. And I liked the Justice League. Why
would we need another cut for? It was fine. It was a good movie. People think they're going to have a better movie with Zack Snyder's cut. Spoilers. No, he makes terrible films. I'm sorry. Hot take. Zack Snyder can't make a film to save his life. He should not be allowed to make a film. You know what he should be allowed to do? Do the cinematography. That's what he should be allowed to do. Wait, you're going to go see Kanye with Joel Osteen? What? Oh, Joe.
So apparently he's in town. He's in town in Houston.
Kanye's in town. He's doing a little the Kanye church
because
I gotta say, I mean, like, why don't we start a church? Little gamer church. We'll worship at the altar of Sonic.
The Mid-Geek.
The Mid-Geek.
So to answer again, another streaming service, then more content because this is all pay for premium nonsense. Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn. They released a trailer for the animated show for DC Universe.
Oh, that's right. There you go. Yep.
If you're not familiar with the DC Universe service, there's some great shows on there. I've talked about it before. Swamp Thing is on there, which was canceled, sadly. But you've got
you got it, Tim, right there. Put that up there. Great visually, no story in Snyder. That's what he gives you. No, zero story. Kendall doesn't like church. Yep, neither do we. Well, I like the community, but I don't like the church thing.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah.
Back to important stuff like Harley Quinn, and this is a DC Universe channel, right?
Yeah.
So I watched the first 30 seconds of that trailer because that's the amount of time I had. It's cursing right away. So is this like an adult show? What's the deal here?
Yeah. So one of the things that we've been getting is with DC Universe is that they're kind of going a little grittier because if DC has felt like that's where they're making their money, aka Joker.
Mm-hmm.
So Harley Quinn isn't animated. It's meant for people our age now. It's people that grew up watching like the Batman the Animated Series and whatnot. So we're getting a Harley Quinn series based on kind of a more adult take of Harley, dealing with the Joker and her splitting up and kind of starting her own thing. And the language is not for kids. There's a lot of F-bombs, a lot of, it's adult language.
And like Adult Swim with the F-bombs. I was like, wow, I feel like this is for me, this show.
Oh yeah, it's totally for you. Well, I mean, no different than the other show that they're big on is Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol is a big
that's right, yeah.
big show. Please guys, go find a way to watch it. I can't emphasize enough how amazing the Doom Patrol series is. It is really good. I've watched the first season and it's fantastic. Again, if you guys are on the bandwagon for the whole we love Brendan Fraser because I know he's a meme right now and everyone's like, oh, Brendan Fraser, whatever. Yeah, well, if you guys actually care about Brendan Fraser, go watch the show that is really redefining some of his career. Yeah, he plays Robot Man on.
We all love him because he, like some of us, have grappled with severe mental issues in relation to some bad things that happened to him. Right? That's really we all like a comeback.
Right.
People like Keanu Reeves. Right? There's a man who appeared to have had some real dramatic things happen to him early in his life, and he just carried on, soldiered on.
He's keeping on trucking, man. Like Keanu is one of those
and we love him because of the Mummy. Yes, Jordan, you have bad taste in films. That's okay. No, we love the Mummy. We love the
Mummy.
The Mummy's great. That's great action.
Love the Mummy. I'm still on the fence about this one. It feels like Solo and Star Wars all over again. We're getting too many offshoots of one series. We really need a Harley Quinn series. Well, I mean, have we ever had a Harley Quinn series? That's my answer to that is yes, Harley's been a supporting character. Harley is getting her own movie technically. The second Suicide Squad or the Birds of Prey movie, they kind of added Harley Quinn to it, so she's kind of like front running. It's now been subtitled. I forgot the name of it. It's got a long the melancholiness of Harley Quinn or whatever. It's got a long name to it, but that looks good. I think Harley Quinn is a character that is redeemed. She's a character that started off as a villain, started off as the female sidekick.
She drives me crazy, but I like her and I hate her. I like her and I hate her. But
definitely been written better and better. A lot of female writers have kind of empowered her. They've made her hey, she's not just the arm candy to the Joker and especially with domestic violence being a thing nowadays, she's kind of become the comic rendition of hey, here's this abusive relationship character in the comics has been written as kind of been treated like trash by the Joker. Let's empower her by going, F the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
You treat me like garbage. You never really cared for me, and let's move on. And they've run with that in the comic, and they're running that with the movie, and they're running with that in this new show. So that's pretty cool.
People talking about Dudley freaking Do-Right in the chat over here.
Yes, of course he did. So he did George of the Jungle, and he did Dudley Do-Right.
Yeah, Encino Man. Wasn't there a movie where he was stuck inside a bomb shelter and came out?
Blast from the Past, man.
Blast from the Past.
I love that movie.
He's done some phenomenal movies.
There's a great let me see if I can find the video.
Dog. I feel like there was a Dog Bones one. Wasn't there a ridiculous? And he's done a lot of films. Of
Let me
our
see if
youth, in our youth.
Let me see if I can find this great video real
And
quick.
yes, Tim, Mummy was great. I take it back. I was just giving a hot take that I didn't really believe in. In fact, I took it back so fast mid conversation.
So here's a great video.
Here and there, do we really need all this? Dudley Do-Right was harmless, stupid fun, and from a time when you could have harmless, stupid fun, right? That was
So here's a great video posted by I threw it up in the chat. It's being posted everywhere. It's a YouTube video by Joe Blow Videos. They did a What Happened to Brendan Fraser, and it's got 1.5 million views, and it's a great kind of like 16-minute like what happened to him. They talks about him going through all the movies and how he kind of like beat up his body in Hollywood because
he got like on painkillers, right? He was
on painkillers because he messed up his body doing his own stunts, doing the third Mummy, and because he figured that's what Hollywood wanted. If he didn't want to look weak in the eyes of Hollywood, and it cost him his career, his marriage. He went through a divorce. It's a great video. It talks about all the stuff that he's done and all the movies he's doing. And I check it out, watch it, check that link out. It's a great video. Pin it to the side and watch it. It's but I think he's a great actor. He's a great person. I think he's got a child with like special needs, and he's just kind of gone through kind of like the hardship, and he's kind of clawing his way back. I think he's an awesome guy.
He was like the original Chris, right? He was the original Chris Pratt archetype for our acting world, right? He did, sort of real physical comedy, transition into action.
Go look at those pictures of him in George of the Jungle. How cut he was! It was like, holy crap, dude! Like that was that superhero.
Look at him in Encino Man. He's not right. Like it's not a.
He auditioned to play Superman in Superman Returns.
Wait, he did.
He did. So he was
everyone though.
He's chubby now. I mean, but again, that kind of says things about Hollywood and bodies. Like, here's this guy that won't get a role because he doesn't look how he did. He's not the Tom Cruise that stayed infinitely young and perfect. He kind of got older, and then they won't give him the roles anymore because of that. So, his face has gotten messed, but that's why he's great. That's why I'm saying go watch Doom Patrol. Go watch the trailer of Doom Patrol from DC Universe and check it out.
I'm feeling the Chris Pratt comparison. Yeah, that's what he is. That's exactly what he is.
Chris Evans, Chris Pratt, Chris Hemsworth.
Is that what Chris Pratt, or is that intentional misspelling? Because I love it actually.
The Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
He's gonna be great in Sonic. I don't know. He's gonna be great. I'm excited.
Yeah, poor man Chris Pratt's gonna be awesome. He looks fantastic in a fantastic film that everyone's excited to see. That's gonna blow the doors off the theaters, assuming that everyone wants to go on a Valentine's Day date to see this movie, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Son of Oliver Platt. Oh my God, Oliver Platt. What's your favorite Oliver Platt movie?
Mine?
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't think I could name one.
Really?
Who's Oliver Platt?
Oh my God.
Really? Is this someone I should know? Oh, I know. Oh, yes, I know this guy. Dan, is he in The Rock? Isn't he in The Rock?
Oliver Platt. Come on.
God, he is in a lot of movies, dude.
Favorite movie? Three Musketeers. The Disney one, which I hope gets put on Disney Plus soon.
Choice in films are terrible, dude.
Come on. Known for
Three Musketeers. You're right, right there.
Porthos, man. It's great Porthos in that movie. He's also in Bicentennial Man.
God, all right.
He's in a ton of movies.
Yeah, no, he's a prolific worker in the 90s, especially. The minute I saw his face, I'm like, oh, I know this guy.
Yeah, man. He's done all sorts of stuff. He's a man in the black suit. X-Men First Class. That's weird to be just kind of man in the black suit when he's such a big actor for a long time.
There's a couple actors who are that guy for me, right? Where you see them and you're like, oh, it's that guy, Lake Placid, The Mousetrap. Wow, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. He's done a bunch of it.
So wait, is there an actual Chris Pratt, or that's a joke, right? That's okay. All right. I didn't know he had a son named Chris Pratt. Because it wouldn't be surprising to me that there's another Chris in Hollywood, right? Like it would not surprise me at all.
Lake Placid, that's right. Yeah, there we go. The West Wing, that's right. He was in The West Wing. He's one of those actors. You know who's that actor for everyone, I think, but then he's a big name? Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman's, what do you mean? He's everywhere.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. He's hardly ever the lead, but he's always that side character that's in like every movie, and then he always changes his face. Like he never like you're like, wait a minute, that was Gary Oldman. Like, oh my god, that's he's a good actor.
He's a spectacular character actor.
Yeah,
like he's light years ahead of Johnny Depp's character acting. Right, he's phenomenally better than Johnny Depp and Gary Oldman does, and he does a great villain. He's in Fifth Element, which
Fifth Element. Come on,
you haven't seen it. I mean, everybody on this talk channel.
On this show, everyone has seen Fifth Element, and if you haven't, click log out.
Go see it, enjoy it, and go see it.
Oh my god!
No, there you go. I picked up.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I said, I picked up the Dune board game. I've been playing. I'm still playing Outer Worlds. What about you? What are you rocking now? We got 5 minutes left. Let's rock out. What you doing?
Oh man, what am I playing right now? What am I playing?
No doubt, Rolls. I would put that up there. Gary Oldman is easily the best actor out there.
Yep. Yeah.
Opera scene, fantastic.
Yeah, opera scene, of course, the diva. What am I playing right now, man? I'm Luigi's Mansion. I'm playing Luigi's Mansion right now. I'm rocking Luigi's Mansion. What else? Man, I've been dumping hours into some Game Boy as of late. I was playing.
That's right. You got yours up and working with the backlight and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I was playing Metroid Zero Mission, which I've never played before. Zero Mission is, I guess, it's the remake of Metroid 1. Okay. I've played Fusion, which was the Game Boy Advance one, but then the second Game Boy Advance one was Zero Mission, which was a remake of the first one on NES with a map, which is fantastic. If you ever played the first Metroid on NES,
no map, you have to use it in the Power magazine. Yeah,
right. So playing Zero Mission is fun. It's a great
That's
game.
Awesome.
So I'm playing that. I'm Pokemon Sword and Shield comes out in a couple days, so we've got 3 days for that to come out. Yeah. So that's gonna be fun.
Oh, I'm excited for that to come out so I can convince myself to go and buy the Switch.
I know I don't. So have you decided what you're going to do? Are you going to go for one that plugs into the TV or into the light?
I think plugging into the TV is the way to go because then I can really play with my daughter, which is the important part.
R would love that. I think the multiplayer games, the Mario parties, the all of those great couch co-op multiplayer games are the way to go. So
I think giving her the ability to do it would provide a little bit of power to her when she plays. It's her game. Put it in there. Yeah, it is. I mean, I think if I wasn't so invested in the Xbox One, I'd be a 100% Switch person. I'm a one console person, so it's hard for me to get over that mental block of buying another.
I think we've all come to the conclusion that Nintendo will always be that secondary system. If you want to play that AAA studio new multiplayer shoot 'em rock 'em sock 'em game,
it turns out I don't. That's the thing. No, but I'm still invested in the Xbox, right? I just don't want to. I mean, I got my Sunday game. I just don't. I'm barely playing Division 2. I'm barely playing any of. I haven't played Gears of War 5. Like I haven't been playing the big AAA games that I bought the Xbox.
You haven't. But what I'm saying is, you have that option to. You can't with the Switch, but the Switch gives you that secondary. Like here's the Nintendo.
But it's not even like I look at the list of games on the Switch. Get down, kitty cat. Good. Stupid cat. I look at the games on the Switch, and it's got 98% of the games I want to play.
Right.
No. I mean, it even has Civ 6. Like I don't. There's not many games on the Switch not many games off the Switch that I'm like, oh, I wish it was on the Switch.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. But you've aged. In the sense that a fine wine. We have aged. I'm playing the older games. I enjoy the indie. I enjoy the smaller titles because I get enjoyment out of that. Sometimes popping in and keeping up with the Joneses with the big triple A games or whatever. Too much effort. Like
you got to pick one or the other, right? You keep up with the. You basically have just kept up with movies, right? You can't keep up with movies and video games and books and board games, right? You can't do them all, so you got to pick and choose.
Yeah, I came to the conclusion a couple years ago now that I've been like, I can't keep buying every new game that comes out. And
did you say a couple of years ago? Because that's a lie.
Yeah, no, man. You think I still even last year when I bought like Red Dead, I bought Red Dead, but I didn't buy anything else. And there was a bunch of other games that I bought. But then I bought a lot, like Mortal Kombat. I didn't pick it up even though I really wanted to.
You didn't buy Mortal Kombat? You must have just
I did not. It burned at me knowing that I didn't buy it. But you know what? I feel good that I didn't buy it because I'm like, there's all these.
It would not have brought you joy to have it there and you not playing it, right?
Yeah. So, and I waited forever to pick this up. Like Dragon Quest. I waited till it came out on the Switch, even though it came out on PS4 and Xbox for months and months in advance, and I waited for this version. And now I've been putting in a couple hours on this. This is a good game. So yeah,
nice way to do it on the Switch too. Good stuff.
Yeah, being able to just sit down in bed and play a couple hours before. So yeah,
anybody
man.
else playing anything interesting? Put it up on the channel. Let us know. Give us your recommendations.
Yeah,
Let us
I'm
know
sure
what you're
everyone has got us on mute and they're watching Disney Plus.
Is that what it
That's
fantastic. That's fantastic. Like us, subscribe, let us know.
Share, subscribe, share your Disney Plus login with Pedro. I'm sure he'll
I'm gonna get like 12 of them and be like, I'm not watching it out of spite.
That's right. The wife caught that the moment I showed her the list. She was like, 3 caballeros. We're the 3 caballeros. Yeah.
I'm watching y'all. Thanks, Tim. Appreciate it. Thanks. Oh, and the Mixer.
Oh, look at that! Look at that hype bot.
There's like a hype bot. Did you install that? That's amazing.
That's Mixer's own thing, man. It gives us Mixer's pretty fun.
I've done a little streaming on the Mixer just because it's so easy on the Xbox.
It is fun on the Xbox. So,
all right, folks. Thank you very much. Good times.
I know there's a couple people have been asking me for the retro console giveaway. I'm gonna pick the winner this week and throw it up and ship it out. It's done. There was some customizing. There might have been a logo added to the back. Done.
Oh my, very nice.
So yeah, so it is officially the.
Thanks again, Rose. Appreciate you coming on all the time, Tim.
Yeah, Rose, thank you so much. Yeah,
70 and Kendo, and I'm sure I'm forgetting some folks as I scroll up very quickly. Everybody who came on, Sakai, everybody who came on, thanks for chatting. This wouldn't be fun without all of y'all jumping in and throwing jokes our way.
I'll do that. So and feel free to comment or tweet us. Find out. I haven't seen any rules or any articles where that says what's the official share, how many people, how many systems. If I've got a household and my kids have it on their iPad, can they watch Disney Plus while I'm watching something? Does it kick you off? How many can you have at one time? Netflix has three devices before it says, hey,
I know I've watched it on 5 devices though. I know,
but not at the same exact time.
Oh yeah, that's true. All right.
So and I've hit that limit with my sister-in-law. So then I added, so I'm up to 5 now, so that my sister-in-law can use it as well, and that gives us the entire family. So you pay an extra couple bucks to do that. So
up to 5. I dig it.
Yeah. So yeah, if anyone's got some sort of article for that, feel free to share. I mean, we're saturated in Disney news right now, as Pedro can attest.
As has been my gaming news today was way too much Disney Plus garbage.
Yeah. No, it was all
Minecraft is out and no one gives a crap, right? Who cares? Because Disney Plus is out.
Guys, go watch that Sonic trailer. Be kind. Love you.
Be kind.
Like, share, subscribe, hit subscribe, follow us on Twitch. Guys, episode 52 in the can. Take care, guys, and go.